Welcome. A little sharing, a little segment. What are we sharing? We are sharing love, compassion, kindness, forgiveness. Does it get any better than that? And to some would say, yes. And to others, no, it would not. Tracy is a medium in which collective consciousness is flowing through. Tracy has moved aside to allow source energy to communicate, if you would. All the foundation shared through Tracy is based on love, compassion, kindness, and forgiveness, and branches off. So what are we going to speak about this day? What do we want to share to create a space for you to feel a little better than you are feeling? And if you are feeling on top of the world, we're just adding a little more enhancement to it. So the journey upon Mother Earth, truly, what is it all about? We often share, where were you before arriving to Mother Earth? Where were you before arriving to Mother Earth? Most ponder where they will be transitioning from Mother Earth into eternal light, if you will. So where were you before arriving to Mother Earth? Grand question to ponder. You have arrived in all your glory and perfection. And we know, as soon as we say that, ones will go, what are you talking about? What a bunch of BS, glory and perfection. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So as life moves along, the contrast of life, the highs, the lows, the victories, the blows, one creates the sense of perception, if you will. In the perception of, we want to say comparison, we want to say doctrines, teachings, ones around, opinions, condemnation, judgment, praise. It all is collected information. And we know, you already know this, but have you truly ever pondered where you find your beliefs from? So where were you before arriving to Mother Earth? And would you have brought forward with you a belief system? Meaning, were the beliefs already in place? Did you arrive upon the earth feeling the glory and the perfection? Or did you arrive upon Mother Earth in your first breath feeling less than? So naturally, it would make sense that in the travels of life, if you feel less than or feeling unworthy, fill it in. If you are feeling burdened with life, it would make sense that it is life experience, words being said, spoken, being heard, all creating layers upon this brilliant, glorious light you hold within. So let us take the topic of feeling less than, unworthy, undeserving, just truly feeling beaten by life, feeling that never going to get ahead, if you will, and feeling that you just don't fit in. So let's start with not feeling like you're fitting in. We want to say, isn't it wonderful that you feel that you do not fit in? For why would ones want to be just like the other? And it is true, the comparison, feeling less than because one has compared themselves to another, feeling more than because ones have compared themselves to another. Ponder that. Feeling less than, feeling more than, feeling superior, feeling greater than. How could one feel greater than without the contrast of comparing themselves to another? And how could one feel less than without comparing themselves to another? So if you are feeling less than, feeling that you are unworthy, feeling that life has taken such a toll on you, we want to share with you that when you ponder where it stems from, you will understand that that feeling is because of a belief system. That you believe that you are less than, that you believe that you are unworthy, you believe that you are undeserving. But where would the belief come from? We did share life experience. We're not trying to make this kindergarten-like. We are wanting to share so you would have the opportunity to look at it from our perspective. So looking at it from the top of the mountain, looking downward, looking at it from a higher perception, a higher perspective. So when you find that you are feeling less than, and you find that you are feeling less than because you have compared yourself to another, or you're feeling less than because of something that someone has said, or perhaps even something that you have told yourself, and then it became a belief. And in the belief, then you started to see, we're going to say evidence, but not really, because it's perception. So it almost, in a belief that feels I am less than, I am unworthy, I am undeserving of all things good. Oh, it so happens to other people. Oh, I'm not them, and on it goes. And the self-condemnation, the self-judgment. And it truly is judging others as well, is it not? Feeling more than, feeling less than. Feeling superior, feeling inferior. When you discover where it stems from, now it could stem back from a little one, even well-meaning, loving people around have the ability, unknowingly, creating a space for someone to feel less than. Can you not tie your shoe faster than that? Come on, we're late. Tie your shoe. Tie your shoe. Everyone else is tying their shoes. Everyone else is sitting in the car. You're still tying your shoe. So well-meaning, but feeling less than because one isn't quick enough to tie their shoe. And this starts from a very, very young age, moving upward. And it could be the opposite. Oh, you tie your shoe so well, you're better than everyone else. Everyone else doesn't tie their shoe as quickly as you do. Well-meaning, but that gets into a lot of trouble too, because then one feels they are superior to others. And when one is feeling superior to others, that they are better than because they can do something better than, when they find out that they're not better than, fill in the blank, other things than tying their shoes, let us just say, then it becomes condemning. They're wanting to always get the high grades, always achieving, always, and that plays havoc upon the body. So where are we going with this? Even Tracy herself is questioning, where are we going with this? And truly, where we are going is to allow space for you to ponder in a quiet moment. If you are feeling less than unworthy, where did it come from? Because you did not arrive to Mother Earth with it. Not at all. So what happened that created a space to create the belief, to live in the belief, to live in the perception? What happened? Now we are asking because chances are you're going to find out many things happen leading up to where you are this day. One's walking in, one's walking out. Experience, just going to school would be an endless experience of comparing with another. I got an A, I got a B, I got a C, I got an F. And the comparison starts. When you can find the space to understand that you are here for great reason and grand purpose, that there are no mistakes in creation, that you are a miracle creating miracles, you would then understand that how you are feeling is only placed there because of your perception and life experience. So what if you could erase, not erase a memory, but what if you could erase the contrast of comparing, not the contrast as in hot and cold, that has to be in place. Joy and sorrow has to be in place. So what happens then? What happens when you are able to understand where the perception has come from, and then just gently understand that it became a judgment and a condemnation because of comparison? So many, well, I don't feel that bad. It could be that one, or it could be. It's this comparison that goes on all the time. So what if that was removed from your world? What if the comparison was removed? What would your world look like? What would it look like? And you would find that you would feel the sense of love for oneself, because there would be no comparison. There is no race to be won, let us say. Let us say. And who sets the bar? Who sets the bar for achievement? And you get to the bar and then, it's raised just a little bit. Then it's raised. And who raises the bar? Who sets it and who raises it? All grand questions to ponder. So what we are sharing this day, in a nutshell, we are sharing that if you are feeling less than, if you are feeling unworthy, if you are feeling undeserving of good things in life, find a gentle space to nourish yourself in the understanding that you have picked it up along the way. So say you're walking your journey of life, and you come along a rock, and you pick up the rock and you hold it. And you come along another rock and you hold it. But these rocks hold, well, unkind words, the comparison to others. And as you move along, you keep holding these rocks. And then you get a backpack and you start placing the rocks in your backpack, and you're walking along. And for a while you have enough strength and energy to move forward. But after a while, that backpack feels very heavy. And with each day, condemning oneself because one is now feeling unworthy and undeserving and less than, the self-condemnation beating upon oneself is to think of boulders going into that backpack every time. It's heavy. It's truly heavy, 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 heavy. So when you can see it from a higher perspective, meaning when you can see that along your travels you picked up these rocks and you placed them in your backpack to be carried, then you can understand that truly the remedy would be, and not easy. We're not saying, bippity boppity boo, just a little bit of fairy dust and all your troubles go away. No, we are saying that when you can have the understanding and the perception that you have placed, or the rocks became part of your travel, the unkind words became part of your travel, held on, and then created a belief. The belief is the rock. The belief is the rock. So in this metaphor, you are then able to start removing the rocks. Where did I take a rock out? Where did I get you? How long have I been carrying you? How long have I held you? I wish to let you go. I wish to feel deserving of all things good. I'm letting you go. And let your rock go with love. Gently place it down. Gently place it down where you stand this moment. And then as you move along, instead of placing rocks into the backpack, you're going to reach in and remove them and bless the rock. Bless the situation or the happening that created the space for the belief. Bless the belief, because then you can let it go with grace. You let it go with love. You let it go without bringing forth frustration and anger. You let it go without feeling the burden of, why did I carry it so long? So then one will start beating upon themselves because they carried it for so long. Just drop it all. And you may feel that, you know what? Instead of one rock at a time, if I just remove the whole thing, I could just skip along. I could walk quickly. I could skip. I could run. I could dance. I'd feel so good. And there are some that just remove it all and leave it exactly where they placed it down, and they move forward in life. Now, we do understand that there are circumstances and events in life that create such harsh conditions. It would be difficult for just, we'll just remove it. No, but it is a start. It is a place for you to start. And when you stop to pick up a rock of self-condemnation and self-judgment, or condemnation from another, judgment from another, you can look at that. You can look at it and say, do I wish to carry you? Chances are you do not. Chances are you'll say, you know what? I'm going to place you down exactly where I found you. I'm not going to condemn myself this day. I'm not going to carry another rock. I'm not going to carry another burden. I'm not going to add to me feeling less than and unworthy. I'm not going to add to it. I am going to start to remove what I've already been carrying. So, in a nutshell, what is this little segment about? This video, this sharing, is to let you know that you are divine glory in your divine glory. To let you know that the contrast of life has to be there, to know the difference, to make a choice. Free choice, free will is yours. And what are you choosing? Perhaps this day you will choose not to carry the condemning and the judgment, whether it is from oneself or from another, from a circumstance, from an event, from a belief that has been held for decades long. What if this day you could just free yourself and let it go? Just place it down. You'll stand up straight. You'll feel better. You'll lighten up just a bit. And when you can lighten up just a bit, then you're thinking a little more clearly as to what you wish to carry with you. Place happiness into the backpack, something that brings joy to you, a thought, a memory, a feeling that brings happiness to you, and carry that for a while. Place the rocks down and say, I'm going to pick something else up. I'm going to place joy upon me. And for some, that is extremely difficult to do. But when you see it as a choice, and you see it that it can be done, a little bit of work, a little bit of love, a little bit of care, a little bit of compassion, a little bit of forgiveness, a little bit of kindness, and you can change the contents of what you have been carrying. Place something yummy, delicious, good, and carry that even for an hour. Place something that really fills your heart with all things good, and carry that for the hour after that. And just keep understanding that you are a miracle. You have free will to choose how you feel. You have free will to choose what you wish to carry along the journey called life. You arrive to Mother Earth in all your glory and perfection, and you remain upon Mother Earth in all your glory and perfection. You have just forgotten in life experience. You have just carried rocks, metaphor, but the burdens of life a little too long. Really, 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 really good. Really good. There is great love for you.